Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. Okay, we have an issue here. Okay, we go. Hopefully that's solved. But there's something wrong already. Please excuse me. I don't know what's happened. I have to work it out. Let me go back to sharing. I apologize for all of this. Because sometimes I just want to turn the music off and then more problems happen immediately. Why, I have no idea. So I just have to get away from all of these. And off. Okay. Now to go to sharing. Okay. Madhavi, just hang on a second. I'll be with you. All right. All right. So Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to this morning Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. I apologize for this. I normally turn off the music and then of course we start. But when I turned on the music, a new site came on there out of nowhere. So we don't have much control over these electronic things. So good morning. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. So this morning we have Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class from Canto 2, the Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 9, Answers by Citing the Lord's Version. And this morning we have text 45. We're fortunate to have Her Grace Madhavi Gaurangi Mataji from ISKCON, Philadelphia, to give a class. Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. And if you can turn your camera on, that would be nice. Hare Krishna. Looks like we have to wait a little bit for Madhavi Gaurangi Mataji also. Just one of those days. All right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I don't see you on camera yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't know either, because according to my
Video.
participants list, your camera is actually, oh, it's off.
It's off. Now
It's turned
off.
on now.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what's happening because let me just unplug it and then let me just do it. Just give me a second, Prabhu.
You're going to
Sorry about-
reboot? You're going to reboot?
I'm not rebooting. I'm just taking out my camera.
Okay,
and then connecting it again.
sure. And devotees, please bear with us. Electronics, when it's not perfect, so sometimes things happen. And it happened to me when I just did what I normally do every morning to just make it flow smoothly, but not this time.
Okay. So I'm here. Can you see me, Prabhuji?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can definitely see you, and I can. Also, my camera is off. Let me just turn on. Now, can you see me, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it looks
So
fine.
sorry about all this.
That's okay. That's the way it is. I went through my changes too when I thought I was going to start, but it started giving me problems.
All
So,
right.
so again, we'd like to introduce Her Grace Madhavi Gaurangi to give a class this morning. She's from ISKCON, Philadelphia, and the Bhagavatam class is from Canto 2, Chapter 9, Text 45. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your warm welcome all the time. Your smile
Hare
just
Krishna.
makes
Bless you, Prabhupada.
everyone's day, I guess. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak on the glories of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam this rainy, dark morning. Whenever we speak Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it says in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam itself that, in a life of a devotee, no day is a dark day, because every day, whenever we read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it's just like the sun. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is just like a ray of the sun, the sunrise in our lives. So let's just start with this beautiful bhajan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivare Dhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivare Dhari Yashodanandana Vraj Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraj Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanchari Yamunatira Vanchari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivare Dhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivare Dhari Yashodanandana Braj Jane Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanchari Yamuna Tira Vanchari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Sharad शरद बिहारी राधा शरद बिहारी राधे जय राधा शरद बिहारी राधा शरद बिहारी श्री राधे जया जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी जया जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्रशत श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्रशत श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, भक्तिमती तुलसी महारानी की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Hare Hare Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अवधेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much once again. And today we are reading from Canto 2, The Cosmic Manifestation, chapter number 9, answers by citing the Lord's version. And we are on text number 45. Nārada prāha munaye sarasvatyās taṭe nṛpa dhyāyate brahma paramaṁ vyāsāyāmita-tejase Nārada prāha munaye sarasvatyās nṛpa dhyāyate brahma paramaṁ vyāsāyāmita-tejase nāradaḥ prāha munaye sarasvatyās nṛpa dhyāyate brahma paramaṁ vyāsāyāmita-tejase. Anyone would like to recite?
Nārada munaye sarasvatyās taṭe nṛpa dhyāyate brahma paramaṁ vyāsāyāmita-tejase. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You can go ahead there, Krishna Prabhu.
Sure, Madhavi. Nāradaḥ prāha munaye sarasvatyās taṭe nṛpa dhyāyate brahma paramaṁ vyāsāyāmita-tejase. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Synonyms. Nāradaḥ, the great sage Nārada. Prāha, instructed. Munaye, onto the great sage. Sarasvatya, of the river Sarasvatī. Taṭe, on the bank. Nṛpa, O king. Dhyāyate, onto the meditative. Brahma, absolute truth. Paramaṁ, the supreme. Vyāsaya, onto Srila Vyāsadeva. Amita, unlimited. vyāsāyāmita-tejase onto the powerful. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. In succession, O King, the great sage Nārada instructed Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam onto the unlimitedly powerful Vyāsadeva, who meditated in devotional service upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, on the bank of the river Sarasvatī. Purport. In the 5th chapter of the first canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Nārada instructed the great sage Vyāsadeva as follows. Atho mahabhaga bhavan amoghadra shuchi sravaha satyarato drita vrata uru kramasya kila bandha muktaye samadhina nusamara tad vichishitam. O greatly fortunate, pious philosopher, your name and fame are universal, and you are fixed in the absolute truth with spotless character and infallible vision. I ask you to meditate upon the activities of the personality of Godhead, whose activities are unparalleled. So, in the disciplic succession of the Brahma Sampradaya, the practice of yoga meditation is not neglected, but because the devotees are bhakti yogis, they do not undertake the trouble to meditate upon the impersonal Brahman. As indicated here, they meditate on Brahma Paramam, or the Supreme Brahman. Brahman realization begins from the impersonal effulgence, but by further progress of such meditation, manifestation of the Supreme Soul, Paramatma realization takes place. And progressing further, realization of the Supreme Absolute Personality of Godhead is fixed. Sri Nārada Muni, as the spiritual master of Vyāsadeva, knew very well the position of Vyāsadeva, and thus he certified the qualities of Srila Vyāsadeva as fixed in the absolute truth with great vow, etc. Nārada advised meditation upon the transcendental activities of the Lord. Impersonal Brahman has no activities, but the personality of Godhead has many activities, and all such activities are transcendental, without any tinge of material quality. If the activities of the Supreme Brahman were material activities, then Nārada would not have advised Vyāsadeva to meditate upon them. And the paramaṁ Brahma is Lord Krishna as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. In the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna realized the factual position of Lord Krishna, he addressed Lord Krishna in the following words. Paramam Brahma, Paramam Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum, Ahustvam Rasayaha Sarve, Devarshi Nāradas Tata, Asito Devala Vyasaha, Swayam Chaiva Bravesimi. Arjuna summarized the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita by his realization of Lord Sri Krishna, and thus said, my dear personality of Godhead, you are the Supreme Absolute Truth, the original person in the eternal form of bliss and knowledge. And this is confirmed by Nārada, Asita, Devala, and Vyāsadeva. And above all, your personal self has also confirmed it. Bhagavad Gita 10:12-13. When Vyāsadeva fixed his mind in meditation, he did it in Bhakti Yoga trance and actually saw the Supreme Person with Maya, the illusionary energy in contraposition. As we have discussed before, the Lord's Maya or illusion is also a representation, because Maya has no existence without the Lord. Darkness is not independent of light. Without light, no one can experience the contraposition of darkness. However, this Maya or illusion cannot overcome the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but stands apart from him. Apashrayam. Therefore, perfection of meditation is realization of the personality of Godhead along with his transcendental activities. Meditation on the impersonal Brahman is a troublesome business for the meditator, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 12.5, Klesho Dhiktarastesham Avyaktakta Chetasam. So, wonderful purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada really explains so nicely, so perfectly all the time. He is Jagat Guru. So let's just pray our obeisances to ask for the benediction from those personalities who have given us this treasure of knowledge. You can chant these prayers along with me. You can be muted, and at the same time, please chant wherever you are to invoke auspiciousness in our discussion today, so that our discussion gets the blessings and we may get something out of today's discussion as per the understanding and realization of the previous acharyas. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu vaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So, Hare Krishna. Yes, so we are reading from this beautiful chapter, 9th chapter of Canto 2nd from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Mahapuran. So this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Mahapuran, as we were discussing in the start of our discussion, that this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is just like the rays of the sun, and the sun can be comparable to Krishna Prema. So in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, our very beloved Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada is saying that the Bhava Bhakti, or the devotional service in ecstasy with emotions, it's just like one ray of that Krishna Prema which we are looking for. And the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, reading, reciting, and understanding Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is actually the process through which we can relish the pastimes and activities of Krishna and his devotees. And also the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, time to time, almost in every chapter, is giving us the understanding of that particular Ashraya Tattva, or the shelter, who is the shelter of the entire manifestation, whether it is spiritual manifestation or it is material manifestation, who is the source, and not only the source, but who is entering in everything. And he is the only person who is who is the one, who is the source, who is the maintainer, who is the creator, and who is within everything. So this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is an amazing devotional literature, and it has been compiled by Vyāsa Muni when he himself already suggested so many paths in the division of Vedas, and he himself was not satisfied with his work. So Narad Muni, actually, there is a whole conversation which Srila Jiva Goswami is taking in Sri Bhagavad Sandarbha. This Bhagavad Sandarbha, let me just introduce you all with this book, because much of the discussion today we are going to do from this particular book, as the content and the topic of this particular verse, requires that discussion. Many times we think when we talk about the Sandarbhas, these Sandarbhas are the 6 books which are written by Jiva Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, who is the youngest among all the 6 Goswamis. But although he was the youngest, but he was considered as the second Vyasa, or the Veda Vyasa, who compiled so many verses. I know the count of the verses, but I'm not making any because I'm not completely sure about it. So he compiled, or he created so many verses after Veda Vyas Muni. He was the only one. So such an intellectual personality, our Acharya, our teacher, who has given us a very comprehensive study of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam by writing these Sandarbhas. Actually, originally, this was the work of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, but later on, Srila Jiva Goswami has taken this work. So particularly in these, there are 6 books, and in these 6 books, in which we call 6 Shat Sandarbhas, in these 6 books, Srila Jiva Goswami has taken the topics from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and the verses from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in order to prove a particular concept. For example, in the first book, which we call Tattva Sandarbha, he is proving that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the ultimate Shabda Pramana, or the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the ultimate word of authority when it comes to all the scriptures, all the literatures which are available there. And the second book is called Bhagavad Sandarbha. And this Bhagavad Sandarbha, in this, what Srila Rupa Goswami has taken, Srila Rupa Goswami has taken the same thing which is there in today's purport about the impersonal Brahman and the personal absolute truth, the Supreme Lord who has the personal form, and how these two, he compared these two, and he proved by the logical explanation, and also by taking help from Padma Puran and other Puranas and from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. He proved that the personal form of the Supreme Lord, how it is inclusive of everything, which and the discussion we are going to take in few minutes, because I want to I want to just continue with the context of today's verse, so that, in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there are various conversations which are going on. And in between of all these conversation, in between of all the flows of the conversation, this person is talking with this, sometimes we may find ourselves to be lost. So whenever, at least whenever I read a chapter, I make sure that I get this point from who is talking to whom, where the conversation, where the questions were, and who was asking what, all these things, so that the flow of information or the flow of story is pretty clear to us. So this chapter 9 is, again, these are the questions which were asked by Parikshit Maharaj in 8th chapter from Shukdev Goswami. 8th chapter from Shukdev Goswami. If we remember, in the first 3 chapters, let's just move it, push it more backward. At the end of first canto, we saw that Parikshit Maharaj, he met with Shukdev Goswami. He asked his questions that what is the duty of a person who is about to die? And then Shukdev Goswami, in the first 3 chapters of canto second, he explained so many things, wonderful things, and those things were there are different paths for different people. And then in 4th chapter again, Parikshit Maharaj started asking Shukdev Goswami about the process of creation. And in 5th chapter, we can see that Shukdev Goswami is explaining the process of creation to Parikshit Maharaj by citing the conversation between Brahma and Nārada. And then after that, Brahmaji is talking to Nārada, and this conversation is Shukdev Goswami is telling to who? Parikshit Maharaj. And who is explaining the conversation between Parikshit and Shukdev? Sutta Goswami is explaining it to Shaunaka Rishi originally, right? That's the flow of conversation. So now when Brahmaji, and then 6th chapter, Brahmaji, this 6th chapter is all about creation. And then 7th, Brahmaji explained about the Leela avatars of the Supreme Lord. And then Shukadev Goswami is explaining all these things, citing the conversation of Brahmaji and Nārada. And then Shukadev Goswami again started speaking in 8th chapter. And in 8th chapter, Parikshit Maharaj is again asked so many questions about Jiva, about Kala, Karma, and all those stuff, all those concepts. Now this 9th chapter, who is speaking? Shukadev Goswami is speaking to who? Parikshit Maharaj. Now Shukadev Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, and Shukadev Goswami has started giving the answers for the few questions about, especially about the Jiva, about the living entity, about how this living entity, although being spiritual, get entangled with this material cosmic, with this material world. And he explained that it is just the misidentification of the living entity with the matter, and that's why this jiva takes so many forms. But after that, Shukdev Goswami started setting the platform for Brahmaji and the conversation between Brahma and Lord Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So he started explaining, okay, Brahmaji, he was, he came from the navel stamp of, from the lotus, from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, where he was sitting, and he was wondering from where I just originated. He tried to look, but he was not able to look, and he heard, he searched, but he failed in his attempt. And then he heard tapa, 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 and he performed 1,000 celestial years. He concentrated his mind and he performed penances. And after that, Lord Brahma got the darshan of Vaikuntha. So this Vaikuntha is many times I have explained in previous discussion the characteristics of Vaikuntha, why it is called three-path vibhuti. So we have Vaikuntha in this material world also, in this material world. Now, then there are the 3 kinds of three Vaikunthas. One where Kshirodakshai Vishnu, we usually, in a very general language, we say our local Vishnu, but it's the Kshirodakshai Vishnu who enters in each and every material universe. And the abode of Garbhodakshai Vishnu is also Vaikuntha. The abode of Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is, this near the Dhruva Loka, is also Vaikuntha, and also abode of Mahavishnu, where, and the references for all these Vaikunthas are very much available in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Very much available in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. But although these Vaikunthas may be in the material universe or the one material Brahmanda, still these Vaikunthas are of Shuddha Sattva. That means these Vaikunthas are above the modes of material nature, above the three modes, and also these Vaikunthas are not get influenced by time. Time is present, but no influence. So all those things which are there in the spiritual world, in billions of Vaikunthas, these Vaikunthas are not different from that, although they are in material universe or the material Brahmanda, in one material Brahmanda. So anyways, so Brahmaji got darshan of the Vaikuntha. And after that, so many qualities of Vaikunthas have been explained in this particular chapter. And then there was conversation between between Brahmaji and Lord Vishnu. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary, he's saying in this particular chapter that actually Lord Krishna is the one who gave the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. We must have read 33, 34, 35, 33, 34, 35, and 36. These are the words of Krishna. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying in his commentary. We can see that, the Chatushloki Bhagavatam Lord gave to Brahmaji. And he explained clearly, what he explained? He explained that, before everything, I was there. When the material universe is there, then I am the one who is entered. And after it, after the annihilation, I am the only one who remains. Anything which is, you feel that it's beyond or is not in me is just illusionary energy. Right? And then, there is a lot of explanation for Chatushloki Bhagavatam, which we already have covered in this. And after that Chatushloki Bhagavatam, Bhagwan speaks these 4 seed verses he gave to Brahmaji. And after speaking to Brahmaji about his prema bhakti, about his absolute bhakti, which he is mentioning in verse number 36, Lord disappeared. Lord disappeared, and Vaikuntha also disappeared. And the Brahmaji is sitting, right? Brahmaji started, Brahmaji sitting, and Brahmaji started recreating everything. So there are various kinds of annihilation also which happens. And in this particular day, it says in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam for this particular that Brahmaji start recreating. Brahmaji start recreating. And Brahmaji start recreating, and at that time, Nārada Muni, want to understand from Brahmaji in that particular in that particular kalpa. Nārada Muni came to Brahmaji, and the discussion between Nārada Muni and Brahmaji, which we just saw, or which we heard in chapter 5, in chapter 5, in chapter 6, when Brahma and Nārada are talking, and Nārada started explaining to Brahmaji, oh, you are the Supreme Lord, who you are meditating. Then Brahmaji is saying, no, I'm not the Supreme Lord. There is another personality who's... So this event happened after this. So there is a link to this. Now, it has been explained that Nārada is the dear son of the Brahmaji. And Brahmaji explained the Chatushloki Bhagavatam which he received from Bhagavan to Nārada. Why? Because Nārada was very inquisitive and he wanted to ask, who is the Supreme? What's the process? Remember, we had 6 questions which Nārada Muni asked from Brahmaji at the start of chapter number 5. So that, and then Nārada, and then this shlok is coming. This particular shloka for today, it's coming, and Brahmaji is explaining to Nārada. And Nārada, and then in succession, O king, the great sage Nārada instructed Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam onto the unlimited powerful Vyāsadeva. So here the parampara has been explained. That Nārada, after receiving it from Brahmaji, now Nārada is giving it to who? His disciple Vyāsadeva. And this discussion happened in what chapter? In 5th chapter of the 1st canto, where there is a discussion between Narad Muni and Vyāsadeva. And we already know in canto 1st, when Vedavyas Muni, he became so frustrated, so morose that I did not do justice with my writings. At that time, Narada Muni, he is coming, giving the instructions and giving this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to the powerful sage Vyāsadeva. And then this Vyāsadeva, so about Vyāsadeva, this Vyāsadeva, he is an incarnation of Lord in some kalpas. But in many kalpas, he is an empowered jiva. You know, empowered jiva, that means a living entity who is being specially powered by the Supreme Lord to perform some activities. But in this day of Brahma, Vedavyas Muni is actually the the incarnation of the Lord, not the Shaktyavas, but other incarnation of the Lord. Anyways, that discussion is different. But Vyāsadeva, he started meditating upon the Supreme Personality. Just wait. Okay, I'm sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so Narada, so the Vyāsadeva, this Vyāsadeva is now sitting in the meditation, and now he is sitting in the meditation in meditation of who? Meditation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, not the impersonal meditation. Impersonal meditation of Brahma Jyoti, or the effulgence which is coming from the body of the Supreme Person, Krishna. So now, in order to dig into this more, this particular verse which Jiva Goswami is taking in Bhagavad Sandarbha to analyze, what is that? Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yaj jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdate. So the word advayam, what is the meaning of advayam? Advayam means which cannot be broken or not divisible. So this advayam, the absolute truth, is non-divisible. You know, many times we think, oh, he is impersonalist, he is Brahmavadi, he is different from us. We are devotees, we are the upasakas, or we are the practitioners, or we are worshipping the Supreme Lord Krishna, and we are, because our philosophy is different, which is different from the impersonalists, from the Brahmavadis, so they are different. But Brahmavadis, they are worshipping their aim or their goal is to merge into impersonal Brahman. That impersonal effulgence is also the Supreme Lord, Supreme Absolute Truth. So that's what Jiva Goswami is saying. These three things, Brahman, Paramatma, and Krishna, the Supreme Personal form of the Lord, is only one absolute truth, who is Krishna. Later on, he explains in his book, who is Krishna. But these are the three types of manifestations which a practitioner, which the practitioner just get according to his quality. That does not mean that the absolute truth is divided into three parts. That effulgence is different, Paramatma is different, and Supreme Lord is different. It's not like that. The point here is that the Supreme Absolute Truth, Bhagavan Krishna, is one. His bodily effulgence is Brahman, and his expansion as the Paramatma The three paramatmas for this material cosmic manifestation, it's the expansion of the expansion of of his plenary portion. So nothing is different from him. He is the supreme absolute truth. He is the supreme absolute truth. And he can be, we can see that he can be assumed or can be taken by the practitioners according to the desire which they want to achieve in worshipping the absolute truth. That's the thing which he is explaining. And in order to explain this, Srila Jiva Goswami is introducing these three terms. And these three terms are what terms? Listen to it very carefully. First is Vishesha. What is Vishesha? Vishesha is the main element which we are talking about. The main element or the main subject which we are talking about. And this Vishesha is all blissful. Chinmatra Satta, we call it all blissful. Too much happiness in this element, who is Satchid Anand Swarupa, who is full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. And the second term which he is using is Visheshana. What is Visheshana? The qualities, the qualifiers. These are Visheshanas. And what are the Visheshanas? The potencies of the Lord. Internal potency, external potency, and illusionary power, which is external potency of the Lord. And there are so many energies of the Lord. You know, when Akrura in Canto's 10th, he on Akrura Ghat, he got to have darshan. He got to have darshan of Bhagwan Vishnu inside Yamuna river when he was taking bath, when he was taking Krishna and Balaram from Vrindavan to Mathura. At that time, he saw the Supreme Lord Krishna sleeping on the Anantashes, and next to him, there is mention of so many names: Shri, Kirti, Medha, so many energies of the Lord, Bhu, Shri, Bhu, Shri, and there is one more. So these are so many energies of the Lord which were standing next to the Supreme Lord. So these are Visheshanas, or the qualifiers, or the qualities. Just like, you know, it's just like if we take Vishesha is just like a river, right? River. But if I say this river is so white in color, such cooling water, so I am adding the qualities. I am talking about the qualities, and this is called Visheshana. And the third is Vashishta. What is Vashishta? When Vishesha and Visheshana don't both combine together. Just like, and I give it a name. Just like this river is very cooling. This river is very cooling. It has white water and it's so soothing. So when I combine both to, oh, this is Ganga river, a specific name I'm giving to it. So that's called Vashishta. And who is Vashishta? The Supreme Lord Krishna is Vashishta, who is that Satchidanand, and also have the qualities. But these qualities are, whenever we talk about the qualities, then you know, the Shankara school of philosophy, they say it's not possible because Brahman is Chinmatra Satta, he is alone, and he cannot be divided, he cannot be multiplied, he cannot, you know, get into other forms. But the argument which Jiva Goswami is giving, he is saying that these qualities of the Lord, like internal potency, the Swarupa Shakti, or external potency of the Lord, and the Tatastha Shakti, the Jis Shakti, are not coming from anything from outside. It's intrinsic in him. And because it's intrinsic in him, he is not dividing. Even when there is the transformation of the when there is a transformation, right? Like we can say that the Supreme Lord, the Paramatma, is transforming into the material world. So there also Jiva Goswami is saying, no, he is not transforming with the semblance of his energies. He is transforming his energies only into forming into these material universes. And for the Supreme Absolute Truth, all the energies of him are intrinsic. His body, his ornaments, Krishna's ornaments like earrings, necklace, his helmet, everything, his bangles, they are not coming from, like outside. I'm wearing these earrings from outside. Bangle I'm picking up, it is of another material. I'm putting it in my arm. No, for Krishna, even his bangles, his helmet is of the same tattva or the same element through which his body is made. That's his Swarupa Shakti, which we call Sandhini Shakti, a part of his internal potency. So everything is formed by his own, his intrinsic Shaktis. Everything is in him. So it's not, and anything is not coming from outside. And that's what Jiva Goswami is making this point, that the Supreme Lord Krishna, he is the basis of Brahman. And Lord himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita 14:27, in Bhagavad Gita he is saying, what he is saying? Brahmano hi pratisthaham, that I am the basis of that Brahman. And in order to achieve the Supreme Lord, it's very important to understand his impersonal effulgence also. And Jiva Goswami in Bhagavad Sandarbha is saying that this is the first step towards the devotional service. This is the first step to understand the impersonal Brahman. And without bhakti, without devotional service, even that is not possible for any jnani or karmi or bhakta to understand. Bhakti is the most important element to understand. Without bhakti, nobody can understand. This is very, very important. And if we see this fifth in first chapter, in first canto, fifth chapter, it has been described that when Vedavyas Muni, he sat in the meditation. He sat in the meditation on the Supreme Lord. The verse is there. I think it's in the seventh chapter. The verse is there, which is talking that when he sat, his mind was undisturbed and he was completely focused on the Supreme Lord in devotional service. So that's the only way to realize the truth, to understand the absolute truth. And Nārada, he himself instructed who? Srila Vyāsadeva to focus on the pastimes of activities of the Supreme Lord. And then in his samadhi, in his meditation, he sees the Supreme Lord along with his energies, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whenever we hear about impersonal Brahman, and we read in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that, and in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu also, there is a verse that even a drop of Krishna Bhakti cannot be comparable to the oceans of the bliss which is coming from the impersonal Brahman. But actually, if we see in Taittiriya Upanishad, in Taittiriya Upanishad, the level of happiness has been explained. And that's a whole big discussion. But if we see the level of happiness and the happiness which is there in Brahman, which impersonal Brahman, it is beyond words. It is absolutely beyond words. And it is absolutely beyond words. So we just get the information on the basis of the experiences of the other devotees. But we have to take care of one thing, that when the devotees like Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Maharaj Ambrish, Vrittasur, and Uddhava, and when they all are talking about this in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, they are talking out of their own realization. Right now, I can tell you theoretically that, Brahman, impersonal Brahman is so blissful, but we cannot know. So in Taittiriya Upanishad, it's actually explained so that theoretically we can understand what is that, level of Brahman, but it is beyond words. So this impersonal Brahman is nothing but the Supreme Lord whose body is giving rays, and he is the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the basis of this impersonal Brahman. And that's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. So the Srila Prabhupada is saying that in the purport that bhakti yogis, they also meditate, but they are not meditating on the impersonal Brahman or that Chinmatra Satta, we call it. Chinmatra Satta is that personality who is just blissful. So it's not just that, because realizing Brahman is the first step in the progress towards bhakti. Krishna in 18th chapter also is saying, right? Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sachiti na kankshiti. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti labate param. Those personalities, Brahma bhuta prasannatma, who Brahma bhuta, who have realized the Brahman. When I say realize the Brahman, that does not mean that they merged into Brahman. Because if a personality, if a living entity is merging into the Brahman, that's the final liberation. They are not going anywhere after that. That's the permanent mukti. That's it. That had been decided. But who has realized Brahman, they also, they also get attracted towards the path of bhakti, just like 4 Kumaras. We have heard so many examples. 4 Kumaras, our Shukdev Goswami, who is one of the speakers here, Shukdev Goswamis and 4 Kumaras and Vedvyas Muni himself, he get attracted towards the qualities of the Lord, and now he is all excited to explain or to write a literature, compile a literature which he can see in his samadhi, the activities at the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So everything is coming in the parampara. This point, I just want to bring up that everything is coming into parampara. So Bhagavan explained it to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji gave this to Nārada, and we already have seen that in 5th chapter, in 1st canto, Nārada is explaining to Vedavyas Muni. Vedavyas Muni is given to Shukdev Goswami, and then Shukdev Goswami is giving to Parikshit Maharaj, and Sutta Goswami is sitting there. Sutta Goswami is explaining to Shaunaka Rishis. And from there, we can see that all the particular league is coming. Maitreya, and there is a discussion between Maitreya Muni and Vidura, which is again a sub-conversation, sub-discussion. So that's beautiful conversation is coming, and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is getting elaborated with these 4 seed verses. So everything is coming into parampara. From the guru, and the gurus can be of 9 types. It has been explained. It has been explained that gurus, we don't have time to explain those 9 gurus, but there are 9 gurus. So this guru, who is our mantra diksha guru, who is giving us the initiation, who is in the parampara, who is Kshotriya, that means who is hearing from the parampara and giving the exact knowledge to the person, is the one who is Kshotriya Brahmanist, who have the absolute faith in the Supreme Lord. So that's how this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is coming to us. And in this particular verse, because this is the second last verse of this chapter, so I wanted to make the connection that how this conversation happened in 5th chapter, 5th chapter, where Brahma and Nārada is talking, and actually originally questions were asked by Parikshit Maharaj. And now again Shukdev Goswami set up the platform here when Lord of Vaikuntha gave darshan to Brahmaji, and he received the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. And now in Chatushloki Bhagavatam he now Nārada is coming, and this discussion when Nārada is coming and asking is we can wrap back that this Nārada is giving information to Vedavyas. It's in the 1st canto, which we already discussed. So that's how the loop is going. So we discussed about the impersonal Brahman and the personal Brahman. It's not the different things. One same thing, absolute truth, who is Krishna only, and Krishna's bodily effulgence is Brahma Jyoti or the Brahman, impersonal Brahman, and his plenary expansion is Paramatma. So there are two types. One is without qualities and with qualities. So without qualities we call Nirvishesh Brahman, which is just the Chinmatra Satta, and the Vishesh Brahman, Savishesh Brahman, who is Paramatma and Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And even those personalities who are inclined towards impersonal Brahman, Jiva Goswami is saying that's the first step in bhakti. But merging into impersonal Brahman is different from is when we talk about realization, then we are talking about those Jivan Muktas, although who are in gross material body, but they still realize the impersonal, the bliss of impersonal Brahman. But the supreme absolute truth, Lord Shri Krishna, has a personal form, and it has been proved in Bhagavad Sandarbha. And from there, next Sandarbha he's writing is Paramatma Sandarbha. And from there, he's writing Krishna Sandarbha, where he's proving that Krishna is the one who is the fountainhead of everything. And it's already time. I know too much information. I was trying to just break it down I was at least trying to break it down, and but the time has been wasted in the in the technology things today. I'm so sorry about it, but thank you so much for listening and giving me your attention. Thank you so much. If anything you like from today's presentation, it's because of my gurus, my Shravan Guru, my Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, because of their contribution. And I am a human being. I must have made so many mistakes in my presentation. So for that, I want forgiveness and blessings from all of you so that I may continue in my path of bhakti. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for a nice, elaborate lecture. Devotees, this is the time to unmute yourself and you can ask questions, and also whatever you want to ask or mention, and you're not able to for one reason or another, you can type it in the chat. I know there's already information in the chat, but we start normally with devotees on there asking questions directly, and then we go to the chat a little later. So are there any questions or comments or takeaways? Okay, so let me start. I have a couple of questions. The first one, you did in fact mention we didn't have time, you wouldn't have time to go through all that when you were mentioning the fact that there are 9 types of gurus. So either if you can give a reference for where we can see the 9 types of gurus mentioned, or you can mention some of them, not explained, but just the titles like Diksha, Shiksha,
Yes, so. I can do that, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So, whenever I try not to mention too much information in the class, because I know it just I don't want to leave anybody with a cliffhanger. It's good you ask this question. So first is Atma, which is self, and the reference for this is given in 11th canto. Particular verse I can give it to you. Just give me a second, Prabhu, because just give me a second.
Sure. First guru is Atma.
Atma, yourself,
okay.
Where you can, just give me a second. Yes, the reference is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 11:7-20. Atmano Guru Atmaeva. One acts as one's own instructing spiritual master. It's given. Atma, the self. And the second is Paramatma, who we call Taṭe Guru. It's also given in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 4:19-3. And then the third.
4:19-3.
Yes, 4:19-3. It's given. Sarvatma Sarvalokaha Guru. That the Taṭe Guru or Paramatma. Yes.
The first one, the self, is reference
11:7-20.
11:7-20. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. 11:7-20. Atma, the self. Taṭe Guru Paramatma. It's given Sarvatma Sarvalokaha Guru. It's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 4:19-3. And the third guru is all Vaishnavas. All Vaishnavas, Sakla Vaishnava Evaha Guru. It's given in Krishna Bhagavat Bhajanamrita. That all the Vaishnavas are my guru. And even if we can see, we just do the pranams to Vaishnavas, there also we can see all the Vaishnavas are my guru. And these are the 3 types of guru. And then and then 4th guru is Kul Guru. And for this, Kul Guru is coming from the family traditions. Kul Guru is the guru, he who is usually, coming in our family lineage, and he's talking, explaining the particular kulas or the particular caste. And then 5th is Vyāvarika Guru. Vyāvarika Guru is a guru who is giving me knowledge of math, science, chemistry, all this material, mundane concepts.
So it's our regular teachers, like
tennis, sport teacher, coach, all these come under the Vyāvarika Guru. And then comes Diksha Guru. Diksha or mantra, Diksha Guru is the one who is giving me mantra Diksha. And when we talk about the mantra Diksha, it's not only the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but also the Gayatri Mantra, the second mantra, Mantra Diksha Guru. Yeah, I would explain it further, but
that's okay. That's okay.
Okay. And the seventh is Shravana Guru. And the sorry, I did not mention the reference for Mantra Guru. So now these Mantra Guru, Shravana Guru, Siksha Guru, and Bhajan Guru are coming in Bhakti Sandarbha, Prabhuji. By Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is mentioning about these guru. So Shravana Guru is the guru or the senior Vaishnavas or the other Vaishnavas from where we are hearing, from whom we are hearing. Just like you are my Shravana Guru, Prabhuji. If I'm listening class from you, you are the Shravan. I'm doing Shravana from you. So that's Shravana Guru. The other one is Siksha Guru. Siksha Guru, a person, Prabhuji, who's Siksha Guru. Yeah. And then
instruction.
And Bhajan Guru. Bhajan Guru is the one who is Bhajananandi. And to whom I want to become like this person in my bhajan. So that's Bhajan Siksha Guru. So Jiva Goswami in his Bhakti Sandarbha is saying that it's and in Bhakti Sandarbha Anucheda number 206, he's saying that it's very good if usually Shravana Guru, Siksha Guru, and Bhajan Guru you find in one person. But if not, then that's okay. So these are types of gurus, but one who can take us, who are the gurus who can take us out of this material universe? There are only 4. Shravana Guru, Siksha, Mantra Siksha Guru, Mantra Siksha Guru, Mantra Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru, Bhajan Guru, and Shravana Guru. And out of those also, he has mentioned that our Siksha Guru and Bhajana Siksha Guru, of course, Mantra Diksha Guru is there, is very, very important because we are closely connected with him.
Yeah.
All these things.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for going into detail. I know you said you didn't want to, but you wound up there. At least you touched on each one of them.
I mean, it's a lot to explain, Prabhuji, about each guru. But the point is, many times one verse is packed so much with so many concepts. It's like that.
Yeah.
I saw some chat questions were there, but
I wanted to ask another question and then read the chat.
Yes.
You had mentioned that in the middle, you mentioned only once that about the spiritual world. You said not influenced by time. You said the time is there, but there's no influence. So if you could go a little bit into detail as to why time is there, but there's no influence. A little bit explanation of that.
Okay. So the time, because time is again the expansion of the Supreme Lord, Kala Shakti. It's the expansion of the Supreme Lord. And this time is there in the spiritual world as the part of the Supreme Lord. But it just works according to the desire of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Just like, especially if we talk about the personal pastimes of the Lord, when he wants to have different seasons, the time just, act accordingly. It's not like here, when there is a summer and then there is fall, there is winter. It's coming according to the time has a big influence. But in the spiritual world, it has no influence at all. And there is a reference also for this, Prabhuji. Just give me a second. I know that's in 3rd canto, maybe in chapter number 11, where the calculation of time is given, where Sri Prabhupada is giving.
That's where my Muni is speaking to Vidura,
Yeah.
that place, because he mentioned the difference time.
Yeah.
3rd canto.
That's, yeah. I want to give you the exact verse where Srila Prabhupada himself is saying. Because it's too many verses, so many, I know that it should be in 11th canto. But
it's 11th canto, okay.
No, sorry. 3rd canto, 11th chapter.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just take out the reference from...
If you can't find it, I can still look up.
Yeah.
That's enough with the chapter alone.
The calculation of the time is the chapter. Name of the chapter is calculation of the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Calculation of the time.
If it's going to hold you up too much, I will read through the chapters myself. The text in the chapter.
Yeah, I know that there is a chapter. I have to. Okay, we can take another question in between.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go to the chat now. Shane is asking a question, and it says, Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for this beautiful class, wonderful explanation of Krishna's inconceivable glories. I have some questions. One, as devotees, we all eventually experience Brahman realization and then Paramatma realization before coming to the true devotion, to Bhagavan. Is it asking? Well, he put a question mark in the end, so I guess he's asking, as devotees, do we start from Brahman realization, then the Paramatma realization, and then finally come to the devotion to Bhagavan? That's the first question.
Okay.
Is that the way it's set up?
Okay.
For devotees.
As devotees too, we all eventually experience Brahman realization and Paramatman realization before coming to true devotion too. So it's definitely on the mood of the practitioner, Prabhuji, on the mood of the practitioner, because what practice, what your mood is and where you want to go. That's where you want to go and what's your mood, and accordingly we are going to associate with the devotees. If I am associating with the bhakti sadhus, or I am associating, if you are associating with bhakti sadhus, so your journey is going towards the personal form of the Lord, where if you are in relationship with Krishna, you want to have established some relationship in the Krishna, then you are going with the sadhana bhakti, and in there startingly you are doing Vedi bhakti, but gradually shifting towards Raganuga bhakti. So there is you ask your question, it has a whole lot explanation, but just to keeping it very brief, the answer to your question is what your mood is, accordingly you are going to realize the supreme absolute truth, according to your mood.
Okay.
So if you are going to the path of bhakti, and for bhakti also you need knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord, you will take the knowledge, you are associating with the bhakti sadhus, so there you are accepting the path which is going right way, right side, and the left side is jnanis. So you are not walking there, then how you are going to receive the impersonal realization? No. So your aim is one, your goal is the one which is going to be decided by you according to the association which you are getting from the sadhu. And it has been explained that a bhakta sadhu comes into your life. All these has to do something with our previous life also, you know, with some kind of sukriti. Unknowingly, there is the mercy of a sadhu, mercy of a bhakta sadhu on me. For example, I'm not a devotee. I'm completely unaware. I am an atheist. I don't believe in Krishna. But a devotee comes and give you a Krishna book. Okay, just, and you are like, oh, these are, let me just take a Krishna book. Sukriti starts from there. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 6, verse number 44, he is saying, Purva Kalena, previous lives, the Sukriti which we get from the previous lives, right? That Sukriti culminate and decide what kind of sadhu is walking into our life. Bhakta sadhu or Jnani sadhu. So if you are associating with Bhakta sadhu, you are taking the way of devotional service to the Lord Krishna. You are not going and realizing the impersonal Brahman. And why there is a need to realize impersonal Brahman or Paramatma? When you are realizing the Supreme Lord Krishna, whose devotion, the relationship with the service is even more relishable than, you know, all this. These are the subsets of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So answer one,
okay. And dear Krishna, if you could be a little patient, Shane has a second question. Hopefully the answer to the first question was satisfactory. Madhavi, you want to read the second question yourself?
What happens to those who come to only Paramatma realization after leaving the body? See, it's not incidental. Like I am just going and I just got the Paramatma realization. I wanted Bhagavan realization. What's happening? No. It is a whole process. And once I merged into the body, so impersonal realize or impersonal liberation, I should see everything which has been used by our acharyas, the words are very carefully put. Realization, liberation, all these things, very different everything. So, you know, if you are going towards the personal form of the Lord, or you are practicing taking this path, so janma janme, after many births, when you are totally purified, or maybe in this birth, I don't know, every soul has a different journey. So you are aspiring for that, you are going there. It's not in, you know, oh, I just merged into Brahman, I was about to, no, it's not going to happen like that. I hope the philosophy should be very clear that we are following the path of bhakti, and also in path of bhakti, there are differences in the relationships. If we read Priti Sandarbha by Jiva Goswami, he is very beautifully describing the differences even among those people who are just the who are just witnessing the Lord from far and appreciating his beauty, and the relationship of a person who has the possessiveness for the Lord. So even that is different. The services is different. Where you want to go, it's going to culminate in you. So that's why you mentioned about Bhajan Shiksha Guru, Bhajan Guru. This Bhajan Guru is the one with whom I associate with to get his traits in myself, because I want to reach there. That's why we are aspiring to become Rupanugas. Because who is Rupanuga? Who is Rupa Goswami? Rupa Manjari, sorry. Rupa Manjari, maid servant of Radharani. If I have that mood, but it's not a compulsion that, you know, you are here in his compulsion. You have to become this. You have to become Rupa Manjari, your follower. No. If your inclination is toward Dasya Bhav, then you are going to get according to your mood. And it's given in Madhya Lila also. Again, there is a reference, Madhya Lila chapter 8. I don't remember the words at this time. But where Sri Chaitanya, where it has been mentioned, according to the mood, you can take up the mood. And it cannot be force, you know, cannot be. That's why you are independent to choose your own guru. Bhajan.
So basically it depends on what your mood is and who you associate with also.
Yeah. And this
he's asking specifically those who are connected to Paramatma, where do they go? After they leave in their body, where do they go? I'm just trying to find
Who are
out.
connected to Paramatma,
Yeah.
they go inside. Just to clarify that
Mhm.
all the living entities, when the final, when the annihilation, when the Brahmaji's life get over,
Yeah.
all the living entities goes back into the body of Mahavishnu. And that stage is called Nirodha stage, dissolution, where they are getting the relief from coming material world and going. That's called the stage of deep sleep, or, they are just, and the practitioner who is aspiring to merge into the body of Paramatma, he just merge there and never come out, because the mukti is final. Mukti once decided, once given to you, nobody comes back. Because at mukti is the stage where subtle body and gross body got diminished. As this is what our acharyas have explained.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji. Dear Krishna Prabhu, thank you for being patient and waiting. Can you now ask a question, if you don't mind?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All good, Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class with so many points. Um, One question on all the types of gurus you mentioned, and you mentioned the most important of them are obviously along with Diksha Guru, we have Shiksha Guru, Shravan Guru, Bhajan Guru. So, how should we deal in case we find some kind of conflict in their instructions? Most often, those conflicts are really not conflicts, but because of my immaturity, I might not be able to understand and reconcile. But that practical situation may definitely come when we deal with multiple gurus. How to deal with that, Mataji?
So the answer for this has also been given, what you asked. Um, so basically, as I said in Bhakti Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami Anucheta number 206, he's saying it's always better if all these Shravan Guru, Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru is the same person, Bhajan Guru is the same person. But if not, if they are different, then usually what happens that we should respectfully take the instructions, but to follow the instructions, we should definitely follow the instructions of um, um, our
Diksha?
Bhajan Guru. Bhajan
Okay.
Guru and our Bhajan Guru and the Siksha Guru, because Siksha Guru knows us, because Siksha Guru is the one who is very closely knows us. And many times it happened that Mantra Diksha Guru, he is giving in general instruction for everybody. Just for example, even the Shravan Guru and Mantra Diksha Guru, he is, if the instruction is not given privately and only to you by Mantra Diksha Guru. Like, for example, if Mantra Diksha Guru is giving you uh, um, a private instruction, and its instruction is only for you, not for the general people. Like, we are hearing class from our Guru Maharaj, from our Mantra Diksha Guru, and he is speaking everything, he's speaking to everybody. At that point of time, it's just like taking painkiller for every disease we have. It's just like that. But when we go to the doctor specifically, I'm telling him that, this is my body part, and I show him my body part, and he touch it, and then he gives, okay, this is the particular medicine. So accordingly, when we do that, so my Bhajan Guru and Siksha Guru knows me much better. If this is the case. But in most of the cases, we should try to, uh, most of the cases, the gurus which give the instructions, they should not, in such a way that it is overlapping, or what to say, there are so many things, contradicting things. If And the Mantra Diksha Guru, he is also very, very important. But many times now, this is going to lead another discussion, which I don't want to get into. But the point is that we can take the example of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. His Mantra Diksha Guru is Vipin Bihari Goswami Maharaj. But he was very much close to Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So later on there was some philosophical differences which happened. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj, Maharshay, he, I mean, he still had so much respect, and he kept following his mantra Siksha Guru, but he was very, very close to his Siksha Guru, and he was taking the instructions from Jagannath Das Baba Maharaj. So usually we should avoid, because mantra Diksha Guru is very strong, because he is connecting us with the, he's giving us the Sambandha Gyan by giving the mantras. But in such situation, we should try to definitely follow the instructions of our mantra guru and Siksha Guru and Bhajan Guru, because they know us well. And if there is any contradiction, we should try to talk to our mantra guru too, that my Siksha Guru is talking like that. Maharaj, what do you think? You know, it's not harmful to express with humility and with respect your questions whenever we have.
Yep.
That's
Thank you very
what
much.
we do.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
I hope I was able to satisfy your query, Prabhu, but because this question which you asked is has a very different examples can be given, and the detailed discussion can be done on this
Yeah.
with pramanas. But it's already 9:30. I can see.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm
an
so
important
sorry.
question, though. I'm glad, Mataji, you took it in for the questions asked, you took the time to explain in greater detail. But yeah, if we are caught between two situations, explaining the same concept in two different ways, the best thing is to go to your guru that initiated you and ask that I've heard it this way. Can you please explain? You know, and you just be the one who humbly hears what you're instructed about, and that's all. So that was wonderful the way you described it. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, devotees, for coming. Thank you, Mataji, for giving a very, very nice class. So this is the end. Have a wonderful weekend. And everybody that, wherever your temple is, make sure you go there and have some association. It's very, very important. Go to the temple to get association. Very, very important. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you again, Mataji. Jai. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.